Hey everybody, welcome to the random game Unshrinking. The game I have here today is Curious George, the game, which was released in 2006 by Namco, based on the Curious George movie. Now, some of you might wonder why I even own this game. The reason why is because I bought it for my kids on the GameCube, and it was a lot of fun, surprisingly, so I decided to pick up the PC version, which is super cheap. And the second question is, who cares about this for Unshrinking? Because it's not a big box. It's a much newer game, and I can basically tell you right now, I'm almost positive there's a manual inside this that fits the exact profile of the box, and there's going to be a CD, maybe two CDs, but probably one, and that's basically going to be it. The reason I wanted to do this is just because I wanted to talk about this style of box for a second. We obviously had the big PC boxes, then we had the small PC boxes, which were the same form factor as this, but they were still a cardboard box. And then eventually we went to DVD cases. Now I think we're like at nothing, I'm not sure. But in the interim between the small boxes and the DVD cases were these sort of thick DVD cases, which is a plastic DVD type case with an insert into it, just like a regular DVD case. Obviously the insert is a little thicker on the edge because it's a big fat DVD case, but it was sort of an interim where you had the same form factor as the small boxes in terms of thickness, but it wasn't a real cardboard box anymore. Now it's really more like a DVD case. Now I hate these types of boxes. They're worse than the thin DVD cases because they take up a lot of space on your shelf and there's no purpose to them at all. Basically, this could have easily fit inside, I'm sure, when I open it. I'll be very surprised if it couldn't just fit inside a regular slim DVD case. But they decided to make it bigger because they want to take up more space on the shelf. For whatever reason, it was, like I said, a bridge between the small boxes and the DVD cases. So I want to show you what I typically do when I get something like this, as well as see what's inside. So let's actually open it up. The good things about these is that they're usually relatively easy to open, although they have this annoying security device enclosed business and the tape and all this other business. But let's get the shrink wrap off first. So that was easier than most of these things. The tape, I could just slice it and open it that way, but I prefer just to peel this thing off. Usually they easily come off. This is, I guess, to make sure you don't steal them. They have something inside. Another thing at the bottom, warning you here, the security device enclosed. Don't try to shoplift this game. Not sure who would shoplift Curious George, but must be somebody. Alright, so now we got this opened up. Okay, as I predicted, because I've opened a lot of these, there's a CD, one CD in this case. It could have fit more. Let's take that out. We have a manual, and this is the security device, which in my opinion is garbage. I don't know if anybody wants to collect this, but it's just an inventory control to make sure you don't shoplift. And here's the manual. Which again, it's the same profile as the actual box, the actual case. Nice full color manual. No complaints about that. But again, I want to keep this game. Oh, there's a key code, which I probably shouldn't have showed, but whatever. I'll just try to register this before I start the video. Before I post the video. But in any case, I could keep this as is, but to me, it's just a huge waste of space. So what I typically do is I'll go ahead and take the insert out. What's left here, aside from the code that they taped here, is just a generic case that if you wanted to buy it again, you could buy it again in the store or on Amazon or whatever, or on eBay. But there's nothing about this specific to the game. It's just a standard thing, which I don't see any point in keeping or collecting. So I'll typically take this and throw it in the garbage. I'll take a generic jewel case, put the CD in there. I'll go ahead and put this jewel case in my CD rack, and then I keep this stuff together separately and throw out the inventory control device, and I'll put this wherever I put it in a pile of whatever, but it takes up much less space than having this big gigantic thing which nobody needs. So that's how I store this type of games. I still I don't poo-poo on them. I still collect them. I'm sure this will be a fun game, but I don't see any reason to keep this piece, which adds no value and is a completely generic piece. Curious how you guys handle these games, if you collect them at all. Please feel free to leave some comments in the video. Please subscribe, like, etc. Tell your friends, and have a really great day, everybody.